I was doing my makeup in my room when suddenly my Aunt Shawn barged in and started cursing. You think you can hide your ugliness with makeup? It's only worse. Why do you always criticize me? Because you're just as ugly as your father. My sister lost her life because of him. You remind me of every terrible thing that man did. Shawn came over and grabbed the lipstick from my hand. She pressed it so hard on the table that it broke, then threw it to the ground. After that, she coldly left. Hi, I'm Samia, 16 years old. My mom had passed away long ago, and my dad left when I was a child. I lived with my Aunt Shawn and my cousin Jackie. Shawn hated me just because I looked the same as my dad with dark curly hair and green eyes. Ever since I was little, Shawn and Jackie had always told me I was hideous. Their constant insults made me gradually doubt and lose confidence in myself. At the age of 15, the first year of high school, I started learning makeup on YouTube. Unbelievably, after following those instructions, I had turned into a totally different person. All of the body features that Shawn normally hated about me were covered up after I put on a shiny blonde wig, blue lenses, and even lots of thick powder. On the first day of school, I received a lot of attention, and the boys tried to get to know me. Soon, I became popular, but it also came with a price. I must wake up very early and spend 2 hours preparing myself every single morning. To avoid being discovered and made fun of by Shawn, I had to leave the house before she woke up, and before coming home, I had to go to a public restroom to remove my makeup. In order to maintain the image of a hot blondie, I always acted cold at school. I ignored every flirting from the boys, including Noah, an upperclassman. He always wore jeans and t-shirts to school and seemed like a bookworm. Besides the fact that he was the best student at school academic-wise, he was just so unremarkable. On Valentine's Day, a lot of guys gave me chocolates and flowers, including Noah, of course. They were so noisy and desperate that I felt annoyed. I turned my back and coldly refused them all. I could see the despair in their eyes and even in Noah's at that moment, but I didn't care. They just appeared to be so superficial to me and only cared about looks. One day, as I was tiptoeing out of the house, I was startled by Shawn's voice. Stop! Damn, she got up earlier than usual today. Seeing my strange appearance, Shawn grabbed the wig and howled. Are you going to hide your ugliness this way? Where do you get the money to buy these? I used my savings. Looks like I gave you too much money to spend on useless things. From next month, I'll cut your allowance. Her loud voice woke Jackie up, and in his sleepiness, he asked, Wow, what a babe. Hey, gorgeous, do you have a boyfriend? Shawn immediately hit Jackie in the head. Wake up! It's your potato cousin, Samia. They pointed at me and laughed like maniacs. I just bit my lips and quickly rushed to school. With no pocket money left, I had to find a part-time job. After school, I removed my makeup and wandered around the local restaurants to look for work, and luckily got accepted into one. Every day, I worked 4 hours after class. I worked in my real appearance, but with a fake name, Lenka. Nobody at school should know that Samia, the haughty blondie, had to bend her back to provide for herself. On the first day of work, I was shocked by the presence of a handsome man in an elegant suit. A colleague of mine said, He's Noah, the son of the restaurant chain owner. He runs this place. Wait, Noah? I had to rub my eyes a few times. Yes, it was him. Noah looked so different with that look. Noah approached me. Hi. Are you the new employee? My whole body trembled, and I lowered my head for fear that Noah would recognize me. He looked at me for a long time and held out his hand. What's your name? Fortunately, I wasn't exposed. I'm Lenka. Where are you studying at? Madeline High? Sounds strange. Yeah, haha, you probably don't know about it. In order to hide that I was Samia, I even had to fake the school I attended. Every day, I sneakily looked at Noah. He was so mature when he ran the restaurant and looked nothing like the nerd I ignored at school. But I always avoided him for fear of revealing my secret, even though he was quite fond of me. Once, when I was carrying a heavy box, Noah showed up and helped me carry it. Another time, he caught me when I tripped and nearly fell on the floor. Gradually, I had a crush on Noah. When I went to school, I returned to my glamorous look and used my real name, but strangely, Noah didn't try to approach me like before. Even when I tried to call him, Noah would turn his back and walk away. Why? Does he not like me anymore? That afternoon, I stayed quite late behind to clean the restaurant. Noah also stayed with me. He sat alone, drinking and looking very sad. I timidly approached him. "Are you okay? Do you want to sit? I'd appreciate some company," Noah began to say. "I used to have a crush on a girl at school named Samia. She's very pretty but very cold. Samia always rejects me and every boy who tries to approach her." After saying that, he looked at me for a long time. I was very shaken but tried to calm down. "I don't know why, but you remind me of her. Even though your appearance is very different, maybe it's because of your voice." Then he sighed. "Either way, she's too cold. I won't pursue Samia anymore." I hurried. "Don't! Try again. Maybe she's just shy." "No, I've decided to give up on her because I've found the right girl for me. A friendly person with a beautiful soul." I was deeply saddened because of my arrogance. I had lost Noah. He would never go after Samia again, and I could only talk to him as Lenka and in my ugly look. The next day, Noah announced, "I'll invite a close friend here for dinner. Lenka, you're very capable. Can you take orders at our table?" When that friend arrived, I was shocked. That's Jackie, my nasty cousin. I scaredly brought the dishes to them. Out of nowhere, Noah gently grabbed my hand. "Buddy, this is the girl I'm in love with." Jackie looked at me and howled. "Samia, you work here? How did you seduce Noah?" Noah looked at us questioningly. "No, Samia is the popular girl I used to have a crush on at school. This is Lenka." Jackie laughed like crazy. "Dude, you're so stupid. This is Samia, my cousin. She went to the same high school as you. She put on a wig to hide her ugliness. She even calls herself Lenka now. Don't tell me you like both of them." Noah froze after hearing everything and then looked at me. I was so embarrassed and angry, tears started to fall. Suddenly, Noah shouted, "Stop it, Jackie. You're so mean. Samia didn't do anything wrong." I ran outside. Noah ran after me and hugged me. "It's no big deal. Whether you're Samia or Lenka, I still like you." "Noah, are you telling the truth?" "Yes. From now on, just be yourself. Without a wig or makeup, you're even more beautiful and special. I love you for who you are." And then, the two of us kissed. After that, Noah and I officially started dating. I no longer faked my appearance and just be who I am. When I went to school, unexpectedly, everyone complimented that I was really hot, and my curly hair looked amazing. As for Noah, he's still gentle and compliments me every day. All of those wonderful things made me love myself and no longer care about Sean or Jackie's mindless insults. Not long after, they were hated and shunned by everyone around them because of their racism. Have you ever been self-conscious about your appearance? Be confident, because you're beautiful just as you are.